Clown Motel. Want to stay at the Clown Motel? Creepy Clown Motel. Hey, but he's jolly. They all have creepy clowns on the doors. Yeah. It's like there's got some renovation going on. The Creepy Clown Motel. It says, welcome to the world famous Clown Motel. Caution, museum has some haunted clowns. Are you still want to enter? I don't know, should we enter? Oh, look at this one. Clown Motel. All these clowns. Sign in here says, the story of the Clown Motel. Did you know the world famous Clown Motel, funded in the 80s by Leona and Leroy David in memory of their father Clarence David, who died in Belmont mine fire? He buried at the next door cemetery. His father was a clown lover. Left over 150 clown collections at home. Leona and Leroy David brought the clown collections at newly built David Motel. Later on, they changed the name of the Clown Motel in the 90s. Clown Motel was named America's Scariest Motel because of its clown theme in the historic cemetery next door. There's a lot of clowns, let me tell you. Look at this. Clowns up there. All these shelves are full of clowns. Shelves and shelves of clowns. This guy over here is kind of creepy. He's got his phone down there. Clown tree.
Bring her down here. If you want to bring her. Stand up, please.
There's clown mask. Yes, this is just clown stuff you can buy. Oh yeah, see? Clown Motel. Portraits. Welcome to Belmont, Nevada, established in 1865. It's up at about 7,400 feet. This is pretty much town right here. It was a rough road coming in. Lots of potholes. There's those two scary dogs again. I believe this is the bank building. Yep, this is the old bank building. Says that it was a one-story brick building with a basement. At a later date, the main floor was converted into a courtroom and a sheriff's office. The basement contained 2 jail cells. It was in the basement of this building that Jack Walker and Charles McIntyre were hung by unknown persons. It was stated in the newspaper that shortly after the hanging, some of the rougher elements of town left for friendlier parts of Nevada. Old tire down in there. Kind of see the courthouse back in there. Old truck over there. I don't know if this was part of it too. I don't think so. I think this is just some sort of building or shed or something that collapsed at some point. It's a grader, an old grader. It says Adams leaning wheel grader. Oh yeah, right here. Manufactured by J.D. Adams and Company, Indianapolis, Indiana. Grader number 12. Boy, that's a big grader. It's maybe an old horse trailer, maybe? Kind of what it looks like. An old horse trailer. I don't know what this is. Crane? Something? Caterpillar Tractor Company. Heat on, heat off. Another windy day here in Nevada. So you can hear this. Fire department truck. Quite the shift knob. Engine number 3, it says. Imagine when this was brand new. It was state of the art at one point in time. What's this over here? On this pole. Wood Drill Works. Must have been a drill. Bottom of this flagpole right here says Lady Guardian of Old Belmont. The grand old building to the left, once known as the Philadelphia House, was built by the Combination Silver Mining Company of New York in 1866, constructed of native stone acquired from a nearby quarry. The building served as headquarters for mine operations, living quarters for the superintendent, and for a brief period, a temporary sheriff's office and courthouse during the early glory days of Belmont. During this time, Belmont grew to a population of several thousand and over a 20-year span yielded 15 million in minerals production. Afterwards, the building had various residents, one of which was a tall, tough woman with severe blue eyes named Rose Walter. Born in Barley Creek, Nevada, Rose lived in Belmont as a young girl. She later married Jack, a miner who succumbed to silicose in the early 1950s. Not wanting to leave Belmont after his death, she remained for another 30 years, eventually becoming the sole permanent resident and self-appointed protector of Belmont. Rose carried a 44 caliber pistol, which she used to dispatch rattlesnakes. I aim for the head and never miss, and dissuade human scavengers from plundering what was left of Belmont. These old houses, such as they are, still belong to someone somewhere. She is quoted as saying, known as the Belmont Guardian because of her diligent protection of town property, Rose Walter died in 1987 at the age of 93. That's the place right there. We'll go check it out. Philadelphia House. Look at that stone. Old rocker. I think these are a bunch of pieces of old stuff people found around here. That pink colored part of that glass jar. It's a fun covered porch. Wagon wheels out there along the fence line. Old chest. Some sort of rocker. I think that the top's just laid down on it. Anyway, pretty neat place. Pretty big too. See, it goes right along all the way down here. Looks like it's meets up with the Belmont Courier, 1874 to 1901. Says it's the printing office. Oh, okay, so it's a printing office. It says printing office, Belmont Courier newspaper, 1870. Like an old ashtray. Yeah, it is. An old ashtray. Wagon with all the liquor you need. Look at all that. I don't know if this is probably somebody's house. Maybe still is as well. I know people still live here in Belmont, so it might even still be occupied. Got an old, I think, stove and a washer out here. This is kind of interesting. Stone off there to the right of it, and then wood out here out front. Not sure what this is. No markings or anything up here. I think it was originally somebody's house. Can't go up in there because there's no trespassing, but no, here we go. Here's a sign. Home of Tasker Odie. See what it says about Tasker Odie. says Tasker Odie, a man who became governor and U.S. Senator of Nevada, lived in this house when he moved to Belmont in 1899. He moved to Belmont from Austin, Nevada, where he was an agent for Anselm Phelps Stokes Interest. He purchased a house and part interest in a mine from the estate of Peter Bartell in October 1899. The house was described by Odie in a letter home as a stone and brick building, 1 story high with 3 good rooms and 2 rooms of wood. Yeah, not much left of Odie's house, but I bet it was pretty neat. Got stone out front of it too. Kind of see up in there. There's the courthouse. We'll go down to that in a little bit. It's a big place up there. Over here, I'm not sure what this is. Maybe somebody's house. Log fence. Look at that. Stone, like, built into that wall. You can see up there, but stacked up there as well. I think there's an old refrigerator and some stuff back in there. Can't go in there, it's private property, but kind of see in there. It's like in here, there's some more old stove back up in there as well. Over across the street from this little house we just saw is remains of some sort of old, probably stone house. Kind of see up there where the fireplace used to be. I walked up here on this hill so we can see if we can see what that big stone thing is. I noticed there's all these old remnants of cans and buckets and whatnot up here. Let's go see what this stone structure is. Oh, look. I think this was another house. It's up here on this hill. I think that's what it was. Although Maybe not. I'm not sure. It's kind of narrow. Climbed up on this hill to see. All I could see was that chimney sticking out. Looks like there was a house up here as well at one time. A lot of stone. There's also up here a lot of this old metal stuff, cans and whatnot. Over here, looks like this was maybe a plate or a bowl. Let's flip it over. Yeah. You can see here, this is probably a window overlooking the hill. Which this would have been their view from up here. That fell down, whatever it was. Horseshoe. Assuming another old structure, like old house. Some of the Ten Commandments, cowboy style. 1, y'all have no other gods before me. 2, no making idols. 3, when y'all use my name, you better mean it. 4, lay off the trail 1 day a week. 5, mind your ma and pa. 6, no killing folks. 7, dance with who you brung. 8, no swiping. 9, no lying. 10, no hankering for the things that ain't yours. This is Dirty Dick's Belmont Saloon, 1867. I don't think they're open right now. Guess you're tying up your horses. Whoa, instead of stop. Looks like business hours are open most days about 9 or 10, occasionally as early as 7, some days as late as 12 or 1. There's about occasionally about 4 or 5, but sometimes as late as 11 or 12. Some days are afternoons. We aren't here at all, and lately I've been here just about all the time, except for when I'm someplace else, but I should be here then too. It's quite the stool. Huh. Don't appear to be open right now, but looks like a fun place to stop and eat. Here's the other side of Main Street across from that old bank. Most of this is all collapsed. So this was the Cosmopolitan, it says right here. See what it says about the Cosmopolitan. It says, in Belmont's glory days, a two-story wooden structure once stood here. It housed a saloon, a dance hall, a restaurant, and rooms for rent upstairs. Owners Morgan and Maggie opened for business on April 29th, 1867. It was in continuous operation by a number of proprietors until 1910. After that date, it was immediately used as a bar, store, post office, and occasionally used for social activities until after the 1930s. Looks like it was big if it was all of this. They got their trailer in there right now. There's still people that live in this town. They have a big 4th of July celebration up here, and I guess they say everybody's welcome. Might be fun to do. Yeah, so if this was all of it, all the Cosmopolitan, that was a big building at once. This one here is Leon's house. Bunch of stuff kind of just laying over here, side of town. Imagine how much that weighs, all those rocks in there. This says Weaver Auto Grain Weaver Manufacturing, Springfield, Illinois. A big crank handle on it, manual. Not sure what this is off of. It's huge. Shows a saw, it looks like. See the blade on it right there. This is John Deere. We're on the other side of it so we can read it. Yep, John Deere. New Ideal, this one says. Man, my butt would be sore riding on that metal seat all day. Old truck over here. Somebody stole the tires, though. You have to buy yourself some new tires if you want to drive this bad boy. Chevrolet. Look at that chrome on that grill. Still really shiny. Same with those headlight housings. Needs a little bit of interior restoration, though. Oh, it does have a rear tire over on this side, so you only need to buy 3 tires, actually. See what the hubcap says. Chevrolet. Tailgate. Still on it. Yep. Chevrolet. And toolbox even on the side of it, on the running boards. We'll try to put this through the windshield and we can see what the dash looks like inside there. Here's the motor, though. Motor's still in it. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. There's the dash. Glove box. This here, probably can't see this back in here. And no trespassing, so we can't go in here. Here was their gate going in, though. Be back in here, maybe. This was the Ernest house. George Ernest arrived in Belmont in the early 1870s. He lived with his family in the wood frame house tucked among the fruit trees. He came to Nevada in 1863 and worked as a surveyor on the Sutro Tunnel. He married Ellen, Mary Hinton of Dayton, Nevada in 1865. Yeah, that's probably pretty cool in there. Not much of it left, though. Here's a little bit better view of it. See over there. Next door to it, there's another house over here, but not sure what it is. They don't say what this one was. Oh, look, that house was also brick back in there. If you guys can see that, but Ernest's house was, it's like it was wood frame, but then in the back it was brick. And then there's this house. Here's another old truck, GMC. It's also missing its tires. Seat needs reupholstered. Maybe some cushioning. GMC 100. Got the old Nevada plates on it still. Notice over here, there's a random door. Just laying here. This almost looks like a old stove, lantern or something. Says something on it right here. What's it say? Coleman Quick Light, the sunshine of the night. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's an old lantern. I don't know if this piece here is off of it as well, or that's something different. I almost think that's something different, but I'm not sure. Here's the backside of the old bank building. Here's the old courthouse. It's in great shape. Big brick building. Courthouse closed for restoration. Looks like they're restoring it. Belmont Courthouse, February 1867. The Nye County seat was moved from Lone, Nevada to Belmont. County offices were scattered around town in different buildings. Due to this inconvenience and a recent jailbreak from the old jail, the county decided to build a new building to house all the offices and the jail. In 1875, construction began using locally made bricks and mortar and stone from local quarries. Wood from the nearby Sierras was sent to Belmont by train and wagon. A low-pitch hip roof, cupola, tall windows, and rounded arches accented by pronounced molding with fine detail emphasize the building's Italianate style of architecture. Construction was completed in time for the July 4th, 1875 celebration of the 100th anniversary of the United States of America. The building housed county seat functions until 1905 when the Nye County seat was moved and the Belmont courthouse was left empty. In the 1920s, the courthouse was abandoned. Most of the graffiti is characteristic of this time period until 1976 when the building was acquired by the state park system. At that time, the windows were closed up and the doors locked. Weather and neglect took its toll, and much of the structural damage occurred during this time. Today, the courthouse is protected by the Friends of the Belmont Courthouse, a group established in 2012 to raise courthouse restoration funds. Without this benevolent group and private donations, this simple symbol of Nevada pride may have fallen to ruin. Graffiti, huh? So there must be graffiti in the walls inside. I'll stand up on the stair and put the camera on the window and see if we can see anything in there. Oh yeah, there's graffiti in there, all right. See it? Suppose they'll leave that when they finish the restoration. Look at this. Info on it. Let's grab one of these while we're here. Let's look in this window here. See what's in here. Deputy Sheriff's Office. Remember our fallen. Oh, old typewriters in there. Monarch Visible. Treasures from Belmont. More graffiti up there on the walls too. You can see it. Definitely would be cool to do a tour inside of it. It's like more graffiti in there. Yeah, I bet they're gonna leave all that. That chair says Banjo Bob. Well, okay, Banjo Bob, that's your chair. Old scale. Look over there across. You can see a old chair in the room over across the way. Bars up there, and this must have been part of the jail. Oh, no, it looks like these are the jails right here. I think I read a story. I'll have to look it up where these were part of the original jail and they were moved. I'll look up that story. Oh, this one's Elite Suite. Looks like it had a bunk beds in it. Another set of bunk beds over here. Oh, the back of this is collapsed. I'll bet you, since it's got bars back here, that this was probably the jail area. Look at that door up there. Door to nowhere. Wonder if that ever had stairs or anything that came down off the back of it, or if it was literally just the jail. I guess that's what when you got mad at somebody, you just pushed them out the door. See what's in here. More graffiti. Pretty neat courthouse. Church of Belmont here. It's up on top of the hill overlooking the city down there. Our doors are always open. Welcome. There's the bell for church. It's time for church. Look at the stained glass window here. Neat. I wonder if it's open. See inside it. Yes, it is. It's a view out the church. Those windows are pretty. Thanks for riding along with us today on another Doberlander adventure.